For Inside Carolina, I'm Taylor Vippolis, and football is back. So that means so is the Insider Rundown, where I'll cover what I'm hearing when it comes to this UNC football team. Heading into Thursday's opener at Minnesota, the coaching staff is keying in on one position group to best determine their chances of winning this game, and it's the group the fans want to see take that next step. It's Carolina's defensive line. From sources around the program, the defensive line was impressive throughout camp, and when asked what looks different, they highlighted that they look like they're playing faster and more off instincts. That was a hope for Mac Brown when he made the change on his coaching staff to replace Tim Cross with Ted Monachino. The belief in the building is simple. If Carolina can stop the run, they think they're getting back on a plane to Chapel Hill with a win. The chances of that happening could be improved with Minnesota's star running back Darius Taylor's status for Thursday in doubt, according to sources, with the back still dealing with the hamstring issue. If Taylor were to miss this game, it would be a huge blow to the Golden Gophers. For context of how good he is, Taylor had 4 games last year where he had 20 or more carries. In those contests, he rushed for an average of 184 yards per game on over 6 yards per carry. When healthy, he's as good as any back in the country. Going into this one, I'm confident that Carolina's game plan will center around trying to make FCS quarterback transfer Max Brosmer beat them. Some people might hear FCS and scoff at that, but remember, arguably Carolina's best player on defense, Elijah Huzzie, came over from the FCS level and quickly proved he more than belonged last season with outstanding play at the cornerback position. The Tar Heels, in their film study, needed just one look of Brosmer throwing for nearly 500 yards last year at Central Michigan to realize they have to lock in for this matchup because he's got an arm that can beat you. And coming from that FCS level, I love the chip that those guys play with when transferring up. And transparently, for different reasons, Carolina's quarterback Max Johnson is also looking to prove he still belongs at this level on his 3rd team now, transferring from Texas A&M. To help Johnson, Carolina returned 7 of their top 8 receiving yard leaders from the previous season, and that returning group includes receivers, tight ends, and backs. So while this UNC team might lack a true number 1 option on paper, it's going to be a group that has to do it by committee, helping open up the field for Omarion Hampton to operate. For Thursday, I love what Nate McCollum can do in this game, and he'd be one of my picks for a player best positioned to take a leap this season, with him having another year to get more comfortable with his new environment. His single game career high in receiving yards was 165 last year against none other than Minnesota, and I'd look for him to have a similar impact in this one. That's it for now. We'll be back with more after the game, breaking it all down. Until then, stay tuned to Inside Carolina for all the latest coverage leading to kickoff.